Hey, everyone! Super excited to be live with you again. And I know we're always talking Pinterest, but we're changing it up today and we're talking all about TikTok. Really excited to be here with the lovely Wave Wild. She's a TikTok and social video expert. Hey, Wave!
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on the show. Super excited to talk TikTok.
I am really happy that you're here. So I've actually met Wave in real life, one of the only guests I've had that I've actually met, and she is just as awesome in real life. So Wave, tell us all about you, your expertise, and a bit about what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, so I am a TikTok marketing and trends expert. Eat, sleep, breathe this app, but really helping business owners use the app as another social media marketing tool to generate more leads, make more sales, all that good stuff. So my claim to fame on TikTok is I started the whole trend alert movement. Now you see these, trend alerts are really popular all over social media. So I built a brand on the app as this queen of trend alerts. That's really helped me get a lot of publicity, build my brand, get me on stages, TV, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's what I do.
I love it. You are literally the queen of TikTok. So everyone is in for a treat. So let's start right at the beginning with, I would say, the most basic question for anyone who is completely clueless or even just apprehensive. I think we all peripherally know what TikTok is, but whether we're brave enough to download the app and actually click on it is another question. So what is TikTok? How does it work?
Yeah, well, TikTok is a short form video, I'll say app, but it is also available on the desktop as well. So it plays short videos in a loop, right, that you watch over and over as you vertically scroll. The main feature about TikTok is that they have something called the For You page, and this makes the app a great discover-based platform because your content is shown to more than just your followers. So strangers get to see your content. That means we get more visibility, right? That is what every business owner wants. We want more exposure, more visibility so that people see and learn about our products and services. So that's basic TikTok. You can make longer videos on TikTok. You can make up to 3 minutes. You can upload 10-minute videos, but I will say the most common video length is 15 seconds. Yeah, I could keep going, but yeah, let's we can move on to more questions too.
No, totally. 15 seconds, short and sweet. I love that you said that it's almost not necessarily, you're not limited by your followers in that sense, right? Like more people can discover you.
Yeah, and there's that opportunity to go viral, which is very, very appealing to a lot of people. And it's like the biggest draw of the app because a lot of people want to go viral. First of all, it's really, really exciting. It can be good for your business. And it's just, it's become a cultural phenomenon now. It influences so many other things in our culture.
Yeah, I love that. I would say even that a lot of the platforms are mimicking TikTok, right? Like they're ahead. Then it comes to Instagram, and then it comes to Pinterest. So we should go straight to the source.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so why should my business or blog be on TikTok?
Yeah, well, there's a few good reasons. The first one I already talked about, how it's a discover-based platform. You want to get as many eyeballs as you can organically, right? This is all organic traffic. You're not paying for it. There's a huge opportunity. Excuse me. There's a huge opportunity for that. So that is, again, the main appeal. Another reason that I think is really important for business owners to consider is that TikTok is essentially turning into a video search engine. There was a lot of news about this in the media that came out this past August when they started updating their search features. So a lot of people are searching for content and they're searching for products and they're researching. There's been all kinds of stats out in the media about Gen Z who are now researching brands, searching for certain products before they buy them. So essentially, TikTok's at a little bit of this war with Google in becoming like the search engine for Gen Z. So this is really, really great for your evergreen content and for people to find you, because if people are finding you through search, they are highly likely to purchase from you or to follow you from that content because they're looking for that specific information. And then the other thing is, you know what? Short form video is everywhere. You cannot deny how popular it is, right? It has translated to all of the social media platforms. We got Reels, Instagram, and Facebook. We already have it on Pinterest with the idea pins, I think it is. And of course, there's YouTube Shorts, which is huge as well. So you cannot deny how popular it is. If you are feeling a little scared or hesitant to get on video, I would say, you know what? It's something you need to work on, but probably I've got all kinds of tools and tips for that as well, because it is so popular and it is the future of social media marketing. And it's just a really great way to communicate what your brand is about, to connect with people in a short amount of time. So it's, lots and lots of benefits for short form video.
I love that. And, this just leads into a very similar question. Is TikTok good for growing business? Yes. Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's the topic of the video today. So maybe you could break it down for us in terms of how exactly, other than, yes, okay, you said it's a discover platform. It's a search engine. Gen Z is using it as their point of research and purchasing. So beyond that, how exactly are the mechanics of growing? Because yes, we're creating short form videos, but is it informational? Are those videos about our products? Can you tell us a bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. So, TikTok markets itself as an entertainment platform, but you can really use it like a social media tool, just like Instagram, just like all these other platforms where you're really focused on driving traffic, right, to your products, your services, your offers. So you definitely want to be making content that covers a bunch of different grounds, from being entertaining, being educating, inspirational, and also promotes your services or your offers. Because if people don't know that you have that, then how are they going to buy? So you need to make some content relevant to that as well. But those are like the basic, I would say, content categories that you should cover.
Yeah, that's great. Do you have any, actually, no, we have this one question. What are the age demographics of your viewers? So, Joanna, I'm not sure if you mean like you yourself or TikTok in general. Maybe do you know the demographics of?
Yeah, so you can get that information in your analytics within the app for your own account. There was some, I don't have the slide pulled up right now, but I was looking at some October 2022 stats in the US, which were mind-blowing. And it's millennials are the fastest growing demographic. Yes, I would say the 13 to 19 is still the largest, but definitely millennials is growing, and the Gen X is growing as well. So there's a wide variety of ages on the app. Everybody is there. So you definitely want to speak to your target audience. If your target audience is women over 40, you need to be speaking to that and talking to that in your videos. Yeah, actually, that might be one of them, or that might be an older one of some demographics. But if you see there in those age ranges that you've pulled up from that is 13 to 19, there's not a huge difference between 13 to 19 to 20. It's really small, I can't read, to 29.
Yeah.
Right? Not a huge difference at all. So yeah, we know during the pandemic, the demographics on TikTok really, really changed. So not just for kids and teens anymore.
Yeah, everyone's on there. Okay, so she just said, TikTok users, if my customers are not necessarily Gen Z, should I consider marketing with TikTok? So yeah, as we just saw with this data, Gen Z is like around 30% of all users. And then I would say the rest, according to this chart, are over the age of 20.
Yeah,
right?
so all ages are there. Like, I don't know what age demographics you target specifically. However, I've worked with a few menopause coaches. So they are targeting, women over 40, women in
Mhm.
their 50s. And they have, I would say, Andrea Donsky, one of my past clients, I think she has over 200,000 followers. And she's crushing it on TikTok. So you can definitely target lots of different age ranges.
I love that. I love that. So this is the question that is one of the top Googled questions about TikTok. Is TikTok for business free? Like, do we have to run ads or pay for anything?
So TikTok for business, I don't know exactly what they mean by that. There is a business account. There's two account types on TikTok, a creator account and a business account. Both are free. I don't know if they mean are like using TikTok free. Yes, it's a free app. You, again, would be using it just like other social media marketing tools where you're really driving traffic to your clickable link in your bio.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's if you want to use the TikTok ads platform, of course, you're getting into paid traffic there. So that is not free.
Okay. So it's free to get started. So speaking of getting started, can you show us a little bit about how do we get started with TikTok beyond, yes, go download the app. But
Yeah.
yeah, just any tips for kind of like getting over the feeling.
Mhm. Okay, so the first thing I recommend before joining any social media app is to go do your research, right? So if once you have downloaded the app, go to that little search function. You'll find it on the home page in that top right corner. And you can just start putting in some words that are related to your niche or your industry and go consume content. See what people, are doing on the app. Get a feel for the culture of TikTok because it is a little bit different than other social media apps. And just start to watch videos and really kind of study them. Like I learned how to make content on TikTok by just studying videos and watching what people were doing. So watching and noticing like how long are their videos, what are they doing in the first 3 seconds to get people to stop scrolling, to get their attention? What like hashtags and music are they using? How are they communicating a message? What is the message? Is it like entertaining? Is it educational? How can you make it both ways? Like you can just be watching, and that's really going to give you an idea and a sense of like, oh yeah, I think I could do this, or oh my gosh, like this is out of my wheelhouse. And it might take you more time to get used to it. So it's going to give you an idea. It's going to get those creative juices flowing. And then you might even be thinking, oh, okay, you might be getting some inspiration and thinking, oh, I could kind of do something like that, but I would maybe change this and add in this type of information or make it funny, or I have an idea for this. So really using it like Pinterest as inspiration. So that's sort of the best way to get started. Once you've done that, then I suggest creating like a content ideas bank. There's lots of different tools for that. I use Notion. I love Notion. Some people use Trello. You could just use Google Docs. You could even just write it on pen and paper in a journal. Whatever your ideas are, start to get them down and think about like, okay, how can I communicate this or make this into a short form video? And then, you know what? The best advice is to just do it. Just start. It might feel awkward and weird in the beginning. The more you practice, I promise the more you practice, the better it will get. We all have been there. I started TikTok on a different account. I was posting all kinds of different things. I made that account private because it's so embarrassing. I don't want to go back and look at those videos from like 2 years ago of what I used to do on short form video, right? You get better, you find your voice. It takes everybody a little bit of time to find their voice on video.
I love that. Just get started. And
Yeah.
I love that you also mentioned doing research. So we have one more question from Joanna here.
Mhm.
I was just invited to TikTok Academy. How does program benefit businesses? She says,
Yeah, I would
knowing the time
definitely
commitment.
recommend it. So TikTok has a lot of learning programs. So definitely I would take that because it's just going to give you the rundown of all the best practices and things that you should be doing and looking at. So it's a great place to start. I think they offer that through their business center. So yeah, check it out for sure.
Love that.
Also within the app, I think they have, you can access like their creator hub, which also teaches you how to use TikTok, all the basic stuff.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay. What can TikTok do for your business? So yes, other than, I know this is a bit repetitive, but brand awareness, outreach, you're saying we can find new customers. Yeah, like what are some of those other benefits for your business?
Yeah, well, lead gen and sales is the biggest one and why people are on the app. So definitely you want to be, I'd say before you get on the app, you definitely want to think about your goals, your reason why you want to be on the app, and really stay focused on those. So most people, they're going to be making content because they want to see a return on investment in the time making on these videos to generate leads and sales. So one of the things that a lot of business owners struggle with when getting onto TikTok is learning how to make short form video content. It is a lot different than long form, and it's a new area that, we didn't go to school. We didn't take like a college course. We didn't take this in high school. They probably are now. These kids or Gen Zs, they already know how to do it. They're brought up with it. It's like, in their blood. But you definitely need to learn some fundamentals of creating short form videos and structuring them, and you can learn this by watching TikTok videos. Again, seeing how people are structuring their videos, incorporating the trends, the POVs, which are really popular. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. What's working best with TikTok? Do you have some examples that we can?
Yeah, for sure. So trends are really popular on the app. They make up a lot of the culture on TikTok. And I just want to say, one of the things about the TikTok culture is that it is an app that's built on authenticity. So it has a different vibe than Instagram in that, it's not about having a curated pretty grid and like nice little highlight icons and aesthetic looking stories. On TikTok, you will see people making videos in their car. They'll be putting on makeup when they make videos. They're eating. So people love this like in the moment type of look to your videos. So trends are big on TikTok. I'll just talk a little bit about trends first to explain them. There's a lot of different types of trends, but I define a trend as a video where you use a sound and you take an action, or there's a thing that you do in that trend that makes it the trends. So trends are one way, to really, really help your business grow. Now, most people will be like, oh, don't do trends. And I'm like, it's a missed opportunity because you can use trends to promote your products and services. So I do have a bunch of examples of that. Most people will do trends to be like relatable and have some sort of relatable joke. So before we get into showing the examples of the trends, I just want to explain the most popular type of trend on TikTok is what we call a POV trend, point of view. These are short videos, 5 to 8 seconds, where there is some sort of punchline in the sound, the lyrics, or the dialogue. And you want to use text to relate to that punchline of the sound. They're very fast to make these videos, which is probably another reason why they're so popular. You can make them in 5 minutes. You just have to kind of think of the joke or what you want to say in text and then film the video. So I'll go into screen share and just show this is the stuff that is really working on TikTok, these trends. So let me pull up. I have a bunch. Okay, these are really quick, short videos. So,
all right, here we go.
We have one. So this is a trend. And she's using this trend to sell her presets of her videos. And this had like 30-something thousand views. Let's just play it here. It's only...
Bum 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 bum. Wait, I can do that better. What if it's like Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba.
Okay, so this was a trending sound, really great for businesses to show like the before or their after of their products. And here she's kind of doing the same with the presets that she made for photos, and she's selling these presets. Here again, this is an example from a service-based business on how they're using a trend to promote. So let's just watch this one.
Oh, you have to add it.
Is it still screen sharing?
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay, let me go back. So when I closed that tab, I had to screen share again.
Unless you just share your window.
Oh, yeah.
Trends. Oh, and speaking of trends, as Wave figures that out, she also has these amazing trend reports that you can get. Oh, here it is. I'll add the link.
Okay, so you see this? Okay. This one, actually, sorry, this is a different video. So I'll play a few examples here. So this one is from a floral designer who preserves wedding bouquets, right? Quick 5-second video.
Ooh.
So this had millions of views. So in the text, she's just saying, me continuously reminding my already married friends that we do recreations and can still preserve their wedding bouquet, which is a pretty cool service that she offers. I think that's super neat how they do that. Take the wedding bouquet and put it in the frame like that. This had millions of views. So, right, the sound is, here I am. So it's kind of like, you know, you're just introducing yourself to people. So she's kind of like reminding or introducing to people what she does. Here is another one. This is a company that does beauty products that look like snacks. Again, another trend.
Crazy.
Yeah, great videos to showcase your products. So again, right? So you're an artist and you say, yeah. And then the idea is in the trend is that you show your products or you show what you're good at. This is another trend. This is a candle maker, but really big account on TikTok. He makes candles that look like cereal.
Yeah. I feel like I have to see this to believe it. Funky. What?
Well, yeah, those are cereal candles. I think he has like 1 million followers. Ardent candle. Yeah, you can see it down there. So of course, right, people love this sort of contrast or comparing like what people think I make when I say I make candles versus what you make. So this before and after or versus showing some contrast works very well. Let me see. This one I wanted to show just because it's like service-based entrepreneurs. Let me take it back to the beginning. So this, you can show how you can use a trend with text. So with this sound, all you had to do was kind of celebrate something or show off something. So she's saying, you know, that she doesn't have to log in like all of her calories into MyFitnessPal anymore. And she's promoting her services, right? I remember I learned a better way and I don't have to do that anymore. Weight loss without dieting is possible. I'm here, you know, I'm here to help. Let me show you how.
So when someone says like, let me show you how, is the call to action to follow them? Can you add links to TikTok? Like what would be?
Yeah, so you cannot add a clickable link in a video unless it's a paid ad. So I would say you have to really drive traffic to your link in bio. So using call to actions in your video or your captions, I would avoid doing it in the comments section because TikTok suppresses that. Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing because those were the trend examples. Stop sharing. those are the trend examples. I have more examples coming up though.
Woo! Okay, if anyone has questions, remember, post them. If you're watching this on Facebook, just post right below. If you're with us on YouTube, just post in the chat. And of course, if you're watching the replay, you can also leave a comment. I'm going to ask Wave to just keep an eye and pop back in if anyone has any questions. Okay, amazing. I feel like this is a good moment to just mention so in your trend reports, do you help us like to break this down? Because I feel like I would not know where to start in terms of, like what's working and not working and all of that.
Yeah, so I have a free trend report that you can sign up. You get 5 trends per week. These are mostly POV trends. There are a few different ways that you can find trends on TikTok, but the reason why I do the trend report is because it's time consuming and it takes time to find trends. So you can scroll your For You page and try to find trends. But again, if you want to save yourself some time, you can sign up for the trend report. That's 5 free trends a week. And I announce the trend and then I explain like the concept of the trend and how you would use it. And it links to examples. So that's how that works. But you did ask me what else is working on TikTok. So I have examples for those if you want to cover them.
Yeah,
so
let's do that.
Another thing that works really well on TikTok is storytelling. So if you can make users feel like your viewers, make them feel an emotion, you will get more views on your video. So that is really key as well. You want to think about that, and telling stories often does that. So really learning how to tell stories through videos is helpful. So I have just 2 here of 2 business owners who are telling stories. Let me go back into share screen. So this one is from a jewelry designer, and she, by the name of Rania & Co. And you'll see if you go to her account, her pinned post, she has a couple of stories that have millions of views. And here's this one is just a short way of telling story. Right? So very short, again, showing that contrast, when you spent years, hating, basically saying that she's hated her job to now having a successful business, right? And she's showing some of the jewelry, some of the behind the scenes of what it's like. So that's a very short way to tell story. If you go to her account and check it out, I know she's got some pinned videos, longer examples of how that have millions and millions of views of her story. So that's worked really well for her. This is a version of a story. This is a creator who sells coffee. She has a coffee business and she's blown up. I think she's almost at Caitlin CC Campbell. I buy coffee from her. She's in Toronto too. I know she's at almost 1 million followers, I think. I can't remember exactly where she is now. Caitlin Campbell.
Yeah.
Awesome. Street Brew Coffee. It's really good coffee. Anyways, she's really, really good at telling stories. So here's just an example of one of the stories that she's done to her. If you go look at her account as well, you'll see tons and tons of stories.
I'm like, this does look like home. I recognize these street signs. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, she used a loop tactic there at the end. If anybody knows what that was, at the very end, you say something that ties into the beginning of the video so that when the video loops, it feels a little bit more seamless.
Amazingly inspiring.
Yeah. And then I have just one more example of what else is really, really working on TikTok right now. And that is what I call these sort of negative hooks or negative quotes. So this is a student of mine. She sells these dog tags that have naughty language on them. going viral and selling out her dog tags when she puts something negative on the at the top, at the beginning of her video. So she'll say something negative that people would say to her about her business or about her product. And then she shows her product.
So like I could do something like, oh, Pinterest is a waste of time, or Pinterest is dead.
Exactly. And then you say why it's not a waste of time, right? So let's just quickly watch this video.
It's like I want to buy a dog just so I could buy one of these. I may have to blur that out.
Yes, done this type of video on her account. It's Bad Tags is her account. You can see it there.
Bad Tags.
Look, people are like, where can I order? Look at her comment section. Where can I order some? You know, I think you're
I don't buy dog tags for my children.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Just got my tag in the mail today. I love it. So she's done these videos and made like 10K a day in sales for her dog tags. Yes. Yeah, it's crazy when she gets one of these viral videos using these negative hooks.
Amazing.
Okay, so those were the top things that are working on TikTok right now.
I hope you guys are taking notes because I have to go back and take them. Yeah. Okay, we got a question from Joanna here. What's the pricing for the trend reports?
Yeah, so I have the free trend report. That's the 5 free trends per week. And then you could also upgrade to my Inside Scoop. That is a trend report that has over 30 TikTok trends per week, 10 Instagram Reel trends, and shorts trends are coming soon as well, plus a whole whack of other resources that you can access in a portal. There's monthly trainings, video trainings. There's all kinds of cheat sheets and guides and checklists and things like that too.
Awesome. And that's like
$11.97 a month. Yeah, but the price is going to go up when I put in the shorts trends.
Oh, so if you want to join, you're definitely going to want to hop on that. So I just thought of a really good question. Okay, so, and I'm sure this is one that people ask you all the time. Can you guess what it is?
I get a lot of frequently asked questions. Should I be on a creator or business account? How do I go viral?
What was that? That was not my question. Okay, let's come back to that. How often should we post?
Oh yeah, I get that one a lot too. Yeah, there's a lot of frequently asked questions. Yeah. So how often do you post on TikTok? Well, it is an app that really, really rewards consistency. So that means you cannot download the app, post one video, leave the app for 5 days, come back, post a video, go away for 3 days, and expect to have like hundreds of thousands of followers. You have to be consistent. So I would say you want to post daily. There's a lot of mixed advice out there. Some people will be like, yeah, post 10 times a day. I know. I don't recommend that for business owners because it's a bit more of what we call like the lottery approach or like gambling. They're just throwing out all kinds of stuff to find something that hits, that gets them any kind of follower. When you're a business, you want to be more targeted. You want to get the right followers. You want to get people who are actually interested in your products or services. So I recommend if, there's different goals. If you're really focused on growth and you're new, I would say 2 times a day. That's 14 videos a week. You can easily create a content strategy so that doesn't seem too overwhelming. If you're just looking to be top of mind, brand awareness, maybe 1 a day, again, it just depends on your goals, right? Mental health, also, I don't want you to get burnt out. Mental health is the most important thing. But there are lots of fast ways to make videos too. So once you kind of get the hang of it, it doesn't become as overwhelming.
Yeah, that seems more doable. Do you encourage, or I would say, like, would you say that like batching, like how do you, what's the creative process? I guess that's my.
Yeah. Batching is one way that you can do it. So like from your content ideas bank, or having some sort of content planner. Again, I use Notion for that.
I love Notion.
There's, and it's in my link in bio. There's a free content planner in there as well. To plan out your content is going to help you, right? And having what I call like content pillars or content buckets or categories is going to help you as well. So if you're like a service-based business, you're going to make more educational content because we know it's pretty common knowledge. That's what, positions you as the authority figure, the expert, builds credibility and trust. If you have a product-based account, you're going to be making more could be educational about your products and how they work, but a lot more kind of, I would say, promotional or stories, product story-based content. So I would recommend having like 4 to 6 different pillars and then working through your strategy to determine how much of each type of content you're going to post per week so that you can pre-make, those videos and you have lots of videos ready. So sitting down, batching in an afternoon, making a bunch of videos, saving them to your drafts. So you have lots of content to post.
I love that. Quick question. How long should we spend on a video? Like, because I know some of us might be perfectionists and, like if we're supposed to create how many per day?
I would recommend 2 if you're you're new and you're focused on growth.
2 per day.
Yeah.
How much time should we be spending on each video?
Yeah. So I know it's hard when you're a perfectionist. However, remember, TikTok is like anti-perfection, right? People are not looking for that. They want the real you. You do not have to show up on camera in full hair and makeup. People are in bed making their videos. They will often respond better when it feels more authentic and less highly produced. So in the beginning, if you're new to making videos, it's probably going to feel like it takes longer to make them. But right now, I don't really spend more than 10 minutes on a video. I do the whole thing in 10 minutes or less. Yeah.
And I guess if we have like a plan set out.
Yeah, there's some easier ways to make videos that don't take a lot of time versus videos that might take a lot of time. So it's also, when you're a business owner, you want to be taking what I call B-roll or like these video clips of like everything you do in your business. And even if you're service-based business and you're like, I don't know what to do for B-roll, these random sort of video clips, you can be just set up your tripod, take, 10-second clips of you working on your computer, making a coffee, anything, going for a walk outside. So the really easy way to make videos then is you have your video clips, right? Because these are short videos. Remember, they're short videos. Video clips, you can upload like a 10-second clip and then you just put text and music on screen. And that could be educational, that could be inspirational. It gets a really fast way, easy way to make videos.
Okay. So take out your camera. I guess we need a tripod if we live alone.
Yeah, can be helpful at times for sure. Okay.
So we have another question here. Where can we find templates or preset strategies?
Okay, well, for one thing, when you're scrolling on TikTok, you will see like the CapCut templates that you can use. But those types of things are stuff that I teach, like in my courses, different ways that you can make videos. But you can also learn by just, again, scrolling on TikTok and seeing like, how are people making videos, right? There's talking head videos are very common on TikTok. Those are just where you're talking to the camera, just like I'm doing now, delivering some information. Talking head videos, again, what I call music and text with B-roll, right? Those are another type of video you can make. There's duets, there's stitches, there's transitions. There are so many different types of videos. I think I have more information on my blog on that, but more advanced strategies that, those are things that I teach.
Mm-hmm. All right. So quickly, how do I grow my TikTok account? And is there anything beyond just, okay, you're saying we have to get started, we need to post, twice a day when we're growing that account. Is there anything else we can be doing?
Yeah, lots of tips. Okay, first of all, the most important, we already talked about this, is to stay consistent because the app rewards that. When it sees you're an active user, it's going to reward you and push out more of your content. The other thing is learn how to use hooks. This is through all short form video. Hooks are something that you say or you do in the first 3 seconds to get attention. Because remember, you are appealing to a cold audience. The For You page, strangers, those are cold audience. They don't know you. You have to, it's a lot to get them to stop scrolling and to watch your video. So really want to master the art of hooks. There's lots of different ways you can do that. I'm not going to go too in depth on those right now. You definitely want to take advantage of the trends, the popular music, the TikTok effects. They like it when you use this type of stuff in the app. They push out more of that content. when you're using especially the trending effects or the trending sounds. Another tip is to speak like you're speaking to one person. So this is not Instagram stories, okay? So it's no like, hey guys, or hey everyone. You want to speak like you're speaking to one person, because you think about that person is scrolling on their For You page. You're speaking to them. You're not speaking to all of your followers. You can speak to your followers in your TikTok stories, right? Your community there. But in general, you want to speak like you're speaking to one person, and use the word you a lot. I try to always put like you in my hook, and right, because it sounds more like I'm speaking to one person, right? And they feel like they connect with me. Other tips, watch your lighting. Now you don't have to like have, again, like a perfect, beautiful lighting setup. But one thing I see on TikTok a lot is people standing with a window behind them. And whenever you have a light source behind you, it puts this like haze on the camera, and it looks kind of fuzzy and it looks low quality. So just turn around, face the window instead. If you don't have any, artificial lighting sources, or you can invest in, ring lights. They're fairly affordable, especially the smaller desktop ones. And I was thinking of another tip. Always have so many tips in my head. Use green screen a lot. Green screen is a really great way to keep your videos dynamic, especially if you're using talking head videos. Pretty much all my videos are talking heads. You'll see I use a lot of green screen. It keeps things interesting. So anytime I can take a screenshot of something to help explain a process or an idea that I'm communicating, it will work well. It looks very native to the platform. It's popular. It's always a trending effect because it's so popular. And there's all kinds of different green screen effects that you can do different things. Those are my tips. Yeah, to grow your TikTok account.
That's a lot.
Sorry, I tend to ramble on, and I talk really fast because I'm passionate when I get passionate about stuff. So I'm trying to slow that down. Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Any other?
I had just thought of another one. Any thoughts on repurposing videos? So like, yes, we're creating TikToks. Do we just throw those up on YouTube, for example? Any tips or thoughts about that?
Yeah, I would say a lot of creators do repurpose their content from TikTok to Instagram Reels and to YouTube Shorts, just to save time and to extend the life of their content. You can easily do that by removing. There's a lot of watermark removal tools. You can just search those through Google, but most people use those to remove the watermark and then repost onto other platforms. But you also maybe want to experiment, because sometimes what works on TikTok might not work on your Instagram audience. I know that's my case. My TikToks don't like so much of the personal stuff, and then that personal stuff works better on my Instagram. And then I know personally for my YouTube Shorts, they like a lot more of the original content, like made within the Shorts app. So you have to test and kind of see what works for you.
Okay. Love that. Okay. This was a lot. And if anyone's watching, and it's like, okay, it's a lot.
I'm not here to overwhelm you. I'm here to help and support. So, I've got tons of resources on my TikToks, my Instagram, my blog, on my website. So, take it slow. It's a process to learn. We all start in the same place. Yeah.
I love that. Any particular authors or like how can you help us? Where should we get started? We mentioned the trend report.
Yeah, you can follow me on social. It's my name, Wave Wild, everywhere on Instagram and TikTok. This is my website, where you can access the blog as well. I think you have the links for the for signing up for the trend report if you want more content ideas. And of course, we have the inside scoop as well if you're looking for more SEO, more content ideas and trends and resources on how to grow your TikTok.
Woo!
Yeah.
For sure. Be sure to click those links. I'm going to put them so everyone can connect with you. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Any last tips, last bit of advice for anyone who's like, oh, I'm not sure,
Yeah, just, start consuming content and get a feel for the app. Yeah. And, we didn't get too much into like the video confidence types of tips, but I will just
give us some. You can keep going.
Yeah. Well, for sure. I mean, you can just start practicing, use the camera app on your phone and just start recording videos. And one thing I did that really helped was I just started recording videos and then I would make myself rewatch them, which can be a painful process, I know. And then I would write down in a journal the negative thoughts that I had while I was watching the video. And then I would turn those negative thoughts into positive affirmations. So if the thought was, I hate the sound of my voice, after I watched a video, then I would change that, flip it into a positive where I would say, I'm learning to love the sound of my voice. And then use that as a positive affirmation. So that was very helpful and powerful for me. But I will say, being in the online space, entrepreneurial world for a few years now, I have seen that it does not matter what you look like. People care about how you make them feel. And if you can just provide value and come from a place of service and you make people feel good, you will be successful. The faster that you get over your own personal hangups, the faster you'll get to success. Because again, no one is judging you as hard as you are judging yourself.
I love that. Yeah. Last question here. Which app do you prefer for editing?
Ooh, there's so many. I do a lot within the TikTok app itself. If I do stuff outside, CapCut is free, works. It's TikTok friendly because it's owned by the same company. I also use InShot sometimes and Splice. Yeah, there's a few.
All right. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me as a guest.
Oh, it's been great. You'll have to come back on again in the new year.
For sure.
And yes, I really hope this is helpful to everyone. Get started with TikTok. I'm sure you would agree with this statement that the best thing you can do to grow your blog or business in 2023 is to start making those short videos and get on TikTok. Would you agree?
Yes.
And then take those videos and put them on Pinterest, okay? Because you know what? This is still a channel all about Pinterest. So in case you're like, why is she talking about TikTok? You know what? Anything that will get you to create short form videos. So if you have to start using TikTok to get that to happen so you can then go post those on Pinterest, I'm all for it. Mm-hmm. And if Wave can help you with that, go sign up.
All right. Thank you, Natalie. You've been great. I appreciate you.
And be sure to check out Wave's website. It's Wave Wild. I'm going to post it here so you all can see it. It'll be in the description. So that's her URL. Check her out. Connect.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. So remember, live last Friday of every month. Woo! Although, sorry, next month I will be in the Amazon, so I will not be live. But, in the new year. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.